Welcome everybody. Like I said, I'm trying to be in a couple of different places at once. So if you are seeing this on my page, thank you guys so much for following along, and I'm super excited to be here with you today. If you are seeing this in my planner community, which is Coffee and Creative Planners, hey friends, happy Friday. And if you are seeing this on YouTube, you might be seeing my face for the first time over there, or not in a long time. So thank you guys so much and welcome back to my channel. Today is Friendship Friday, and on Friendship Friday, I do a couple of different things. I make 3 different cards, one that I send to a friend, one that I give away here on Facebook, and one that I give away over on YouTube. So if you are only following me in one place, you have multiple opportunities if you want to visit me in the other places as well, and I will make sure that all the links are in the comments below. But today we are going to make 3 different cards. I'm going to go ahead and switch this screen over. And I'm going to give you a little bit of tips and tricks if you have any older or leftover COP kits, which are our Create, Organize, and Plan kits, or DECO kits, and you're like, I just want to start using some of these things out. We're going to do that today. So I'm pulling out a mixed media kit, and sorry about the crinkle. I didn't pull it out ahead of time. But I had many of these, let me just say that, and I haven't used this one yet. So I thought what I would do is just pull this out and go ahead and use this. Now there are envelopes in here already. I'm just gonna go ahead and set them aside because I pulled some envelopes and cards from another DIY kit. I've also used a couple of the stickers, and you can see I've got some scraps of paper here as well. Whoops. So I'm going to go ahead and just slide those over here. We'll get this out of the way. And we are going to first cut a couple pieces of paper. I'm going to move this cardstock out of the way as well. So I'm going to cut my papers down so that I can use them on top of the cards here. And if you have older DECO kits, you can do this as well. If you haven't used them up yet, even if you've used all of your cardstock and your envelopes out of it, you can get more cardstock and envelopes and still make cards to send out. The thing that I like about this is you can pull different die cuts from different things as well. So for example, I have an embellishment kit that just happens to be sitting on my desk that is plants and ladybugs. It still has some die cuts in here, so I could even use some of these and mix it all together, which we may very well do. So let me go ahead and figure out which papers we want to use. The cool thing about this kit, and I believe that it's still available, is that you've got a lot of bright, bold color on one side, and then you've got some like tan neutral colors on the other side, which is pretty cool. I think that I'm going to go ahead and use this paper, and let's see how many cards we can get out of this, and then if I want to go back and do more, I can. Now, when you've got paper, of course, that has different designs on it that need to face a certain direction or words, just make sure you are taking into account which way you are doing your cuts so that you don't mess that up in any way. And quite generally, in general, if you're cutting your own paper, you can measure your card that you're using just so that you know where it is. I like to have a white border around my card, so I'm going to do this one at 5 1/4 by 4. That'll give me a little bit of a white border all the way around it. If you like it to go all the way to the edge, you can do that. Just use a ruler and make sure you're measuring what type of card you're using, if you're not just breaking down some of the cardstock that we already have. All right, so I'm going to grab my paper trimmer and let's get to cutting some of this paper. I love this paper. I do want to make horizontal cards. I think I want to make horizontal cards anyway. That's how we're going to start this. So in order to do that, I know that I'm going to be looking at 4 inches. So let's go ahead and pull this out. And I've got my 4 mark right there. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut across at 4 because I know that's going to be my first cut. And when I come back to measure it, it is exactly what I need it to be with that border. Now, if I didn't want to do any type of ripping or any type of fun things with that, I would just go ahead and cut it like this. But usually I do like to do a little bit of ripping, so I'm going to cut a little bit off of here because I know I don't need that much of it in order to do the ripping and still have enough paper. So I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit off of it. That way I've got some playroom here, and I'm going to keep this for potentially another card project. So I'm going to leave that right there. And I potentially might go ahead and just cut a little bit more off of this because I think that I can. And then I will have 2 pieces for another card project. All right, then I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to cut this one so it is not necessarily all the words. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this one upside down. And again, making that cut at 4. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut some sides off of this. I think I might want to keep that part of it though. So I'm going to turn it upside down and just cut a little bit here and there. And I'm going to make my cuts a little bit more random because when I put them on the other card, I'm going to use them as like different sizes. So I think that that's actually going to be okay. And I can do one more. Let's do one more like right here. And we should be perfect for that. All right, so I'm going to fold this up for now. And let's get to building some cards. So I've got some tape runner here. And like I said, you could cut this down so that it just fits nicely on there, but I am going to give it a little rip. I do really like this paper though, so I don't want to rip it too much, but I do want to rip it enough that I've got some cute little pattern or design going there. And it's still a little bit long, so I'm going to go ahead and just snip that off just because it's a little bit long here. Not too long, just a little bit. Let me pull this in a little bit for you guys too. There you go. All right, that looks pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and start with this piece because I want the other piece to lay over top of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some tape runner on here. Make sure your card is opening in the direction that you want it to before you start to put this together. Otherwise, you might put it together upside down, which y'all know I've done. I say that every week. It happens, it happens, it happens. I would say it happens to the best of us, but I don't know about that. It probably doesn't happen to everybody, but it happens to me. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and line this up. Now, because this is the longer side, what I'm gonna do is turn it, and I still might have to cut a little bit more off of here, and that's okay. I'm okay with that. But I'm going to turn it, go ahead and line it up, and then I'm going to go ahead and press it down. And I do have just a little snip that I'm going to do there. So I'm going to go ahead and just lift this up a little bit and just give it a quick little snip right there in the corner. Nothing major, just a little haircut really. All right, let's put that there. And that is super, super cute. Now, the other thing is Deco kits don't always have sentiment stickers in them. So if you have some extras, you can certainly pull them out. I'm also pulling out a little strip of black cardstock because that way I can put it on if I want to, if it's a clear one, depending on what color it is. In my sticker book, I have all kinds of stickers, but I do have a bunch of sentiment stickers. So let's take a look and see if there's anything. I've got lots of happy birthday. I've got Valentine's Day in here. Thinking of you, sweet friend. That would be really, really cute, although it's not going to go so well on our black cardstock. So I might actually cut... Oh, yellow would make it kind of bright. That would be kind of pretty. Maybe we'll do yellow. Let me see what other colors I have handy here. I'm not liking the yellow. I think that would be a pretty cool option. I also have some tan that I could do. I think the tan probably matches it a little bit better. Hey, Journey, how are you? Happy Friday. I do think the tan probably matches it a little bit better. So I'm just going to go ahead and put the black up there for 1 second. We're going to do Thinking of You, Sweet Friend on here. So what I'm going to do is pick this up and then I'm going to put it on here first and then I will cut it. That way it's exactly where I want it to be first and then I can come back and just cut around it. Now I could use my scissors, but I'm looking for a straight line and I can't cut a straight line to save myself some days, I feel like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that on there, and then I'll trim this with my scissors. Just like that. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Oh, that's gonna look pretty. All right, and then we just have to figure out which die cut we wanna use here. Or I can get out the ladybugs and the plants. Let's see what we've got going on over here, because we do have some fun things happening over here as well. So let's see, we've got this one. We've got that. I think I really like this one, or this one. Ooh, that one looks really pretty like that. And then I could just put this like over here. That's pretty cool looking. Or I can save that for another one, and I can do that one backwards, and I can do a little mushroom over here like that. I think that's what we're gonna do, because that looks super cute. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go ahead and put this down first. And I'm just gonna offset it a little bit, because I think that's where I saw that it really should go. Friendship Friday, yay! I am doing well, Joni. It's still hot here, but other than that, I am doing really well. Thank you. I hope you are doing well also. All right, and then there is our first card. Now, I do have some bows. I think a cute little bow might look good over here. Let's see, I've got a cute little pink one. That might look adorable right there. That looks pretty fun. Or I can do a button. Buttons are always fun. I've got lots of different little buttons in here. Like that little teal one would look super cute also. Or I happen to have a little bit of bling left. So we can also put some bling on, which I think is what I'm going to choose. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm just going to put one right there and one up here, and let's put this other one right here. All right, so that is our card number one. The only thing is it does need a little sticker inside, because you know I like to put a little something there. So I think for this one, what I'm going to do is use, because it's a kind of all mixed up kit, I'm going to use this pretty little flower and put that right there. So card number one, yay, that's cute. I'm gonna sit that right there. All right, now we're gonna go on to card number two. And I think I made the decision while I was playing with these that I kind of might wanna put them on a black and white background. So for this one, first thing I'm gonna do is just decide which part of the black and white background I want to use. Oh, that's really cute that way. Let's see, or I could do something that's just kind of a little stronger. Or do I want to use this side? I kind of like the arrows that are kind of like have that look like they're stamped over here, because that's just really neat looking. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use, oh, I like this one though too. I think we're going to go ahead and use this one. So I'm going to cut, or not cut, I'm going to rip a little bit of this off. I'm not going to get as crazy and make a weird design, but I'm going to go ahead and make it so the polka dots are lined up with it, and then there's just a little bit of color over there. That way we can put our plant on here, and we can pick another sentiment on here. So let me see what else I have left. Let's bring this over. We've got thinking of you, that would be nice. You are awesome, would be awesome too. Best wishes. Congratulations. Let's see. You are my bestie. That's cute. Look, I've got summer grill ones. Okay, I think what we're going to do is we are going to go with maybe just because. I like just because for this one, so I'm going to go ahead. Now I'm still going to put it on this paper because the white and the black, I think it'll kind of get mixed up, but I'm going to try and line it up so I've got a border around it, so that way I think it'll kind of pop and stand out a little bit. So let's go ahead and just cut that up. Joni, I do have a lot of supplies. I do. I can't say that I don't. but I love them, and I like this is kind of like my thing. There's a lot of craft supplies I have zero of. For instance, like yarn and crocheting and knitting and needlepoint. I used to do like cross stitch and stuff, but I haven't done any of that stuff in so long, and I don't have any of those supplies at all anymore. So this is kind of just my thing, the paper thing, scrapbooking, card making, like that's just what I do, all the journaling stuff, at least for now. I haven't even gotten into diamond painting, although they're very pretty. I just haven't gotten into those either. Oh, you like that? Good choice. Awesome. Okay, and so this I'm going to put right down here because I do think it pops a little. You know, I could probably even make it pop a little bit more if I wanted to put some black there, and I think that maybe I do. So I'm going to put another layer to this. That way it'll pop just a little bit more, because you can never have enough pop when it comes to your cards or your scrapbook pages or all of those things. You can never have enough. Never, never, never. All right, so I cut that little end off at the bottom there. I'm gonna go up here and trim this up. I just wanna make sure I'm kind of lining it up fairly straight. That looks pretty good. Yes, that definitely has some more pop, and that's going to look really good. And then we're just going to kind of layer the plant sitting on top of it. So it's going to go something like this, but I want to make sure that we can kind of see the arrows a little bit. So, oh, maybe it needs to go like that. No, I think I like it over here. So it's not going to sit as close to the top as I was thinking, because I don't want to lose the plants in it. And if I do that, we won't be able to see it very well. But I do kind of like the idea that it's sitting off of this side here. So maybe, I don't know, maybe it does need to go like that. Let me think about that. Joni, the puppies are good. Cody's in here with me right now. He is not eating his dinner though. Katie is in the other room, and she had gobbled down her dinner. She has no problem eating at all whatsoever. She really doesn't. She's like a chow hound. She's like, if there's food, I am going to eat it. All right, I think what I'm going to do, since I can't make it work that way, is we're just going to sit this like that, kind of in the middle. So I'm going to put this off to the side, and then we'll put the flower pot more in the middle of the card versus off of the side. So I'm just going to line this up right here, still leaving that border over here because you know I like them. And I didn't grab any like pop dots today, but that's okay. If you have some, don't forget, you can use them because they will look super cute. And especially going over top of like the sentiment, that would just give it like a little bit of extra something also. Now I think I only have, let me see if I have any extras in here. I had to make sure I wasn't rolling over a puppy. Oh, I do. I do have some extras in here. Good, because I was going to say I only have 2. That would be hard to do because I always do 3. All right, so we're going to put 1 up here in that dot just because it'll be very visible there in that dot. I'm going to put 1 down here at the bottom. And then that is trash. And then I'm going to do 1 kind of over here by the flower pot. All right, so that is our second card. And this one, I'm going to put a little heart sticker on it on the inside. Like that. So this is card number 2. All right, and then card number 3, let's see if we have enough. If not, I'm going to cut a little bit more from some of the scraps that we have. So these we're going to mix and match a little bit. I think I'm going to do the bigger piece in the black and white. And then that's the only one that's going to be in the black and white. I think I might alternate them. I'm not sure yet. Let's Let's see how this plays out, because I'm not even sure if I have enough, although I think I do, and I think we are going to alternate them. And oh my gosh, look, just from cutting those scraps off, look how perfect that turned out. I couldn't have done that better if I tried. I couldn't have. I will say that for sure. There is no way I would have been able to do that any better. But I know we're going to need this for sure. We still might need a little bit of the black, and then I just have to decide what die cut we want to put on here. I want it to pop. I feel like the elephant might, oh, unless I do something like this, that would definitely give it a mixed media vibe. And then I could just put like a little hello on here, and I could put that on this one. How about if we do that? Let's see. Hi, Marianne, how are you? Let's see if we like that, because I want it to be small. Okay, so I'm going to cut the extra little bits off of this. I'm trying to find a place to put that so it doesn't get all messy. All right, so I'm going to put this on top of the tan because I think it'll pop a little bit more. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. All right, this one I'm going to take a chance and just cut it. I think I can do it. I think I can do it. I just can't cut straight lines to save my life. That's all. I've never been able to cut straight lines though. And then we're just going to put that right there. Maybe it's going to go like that. We're going to cut this strip just a little bit though, because I feel like it's a little bit too big. I just want to eyeball this, how much I want to cut off of here. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Let's see, I couldn't even cut a straight line with a trimmer. Look at that. Goodness gracious. All right, let's try that again. Hopefully I didn't cut too much off now. I have a feeling I need a new blade on here probably. That's okay, it's all good. Okay, that still works. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna put this together, and then we're gonna come back and put the card together. So I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive right there so that I can just line this up exactly the way I want it. Like that. And then I'm gonna put more all the way across. Whoops, it fell off. That fell off. Like that. Come on. All right, it's not working that way, so we're just gonna do it this way. Okay, so that is ready to go on there. Let's go ahead and put these down. I'm going to start with the largest one and just kind of fill these in since I have a space for them. And I'm using like the bottom as a guideline of where I'm lining it up with. Hopefully it doesn't come out all wonky, but I don't think it will. I don't think it will. And I am going to pay attention to the words on these so that they don't come out upside down, because we don't want that either. That would be bad. You're not straight with your cutting either. I mean, I really don't think I ever have been, like, but also I've always like done not straight cuts, so that's probably why. Like, it's just not something I've really concentrated on a whole lot, because like when I scrapbook and stuff, sometimes I have like the wavy line scissors or things like that, so make sure that's pretty straight there. So I think that's part of it too, is that I just haven't done it most of the time. I'm usually just doing like little teeny snips of things, and I'm good with that. And I think I actually put this one on upside down, but you can't really tell, so we're just gonna go with it. I'm not gonna take it off because I don't think I can get it. I put a lot of adhesive on it, and I don't think I can get that one back up, but we are gonna make sure that we put this one on the correct way, although I don't think there is a correct way. We're gonna go ahead and go that way because I can't really read the letters, so I don't think it really matters. And on this one, I don't think you'll really notice except that I just told you, so I'll send this one to a friend. We'll make it easy. Nobody will know. Nobody will know. It'll be fine. All right, and then we are going to put our little elephant right here with our little hello. I feel like this also needs a little something over here, so I could kind of layer my die cuts a little bit. I could use that cute little feather or a plant, but that's not really doing it for me. Nope. Or I could just cut this off and put it like that. And I think that might do it for me. Or I could just kind of cut around it and leave that as, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut around it. So I'm gonna leave a border around the die cut that's black. So I'm just gonna cut a little bit off. So instead of just cutting this straight down, I'm just gonna cut it like that. That's cute. All right, perfect. Sometimes I just do this on the fly because when I have a plan, I end up changing it anyway when it comes to being creative. So sometimes it's just easier to go with whatever direction I feel like it's going in. Oh my gosh, I like this one. That's so cute. All right, let me close this up really quickly, and I need to find, oh, I didn't mean to close that up. I need to find a little sticker. Let's go to the places where the little stickers are and see, this little heart could be super cute. Yeah, let's go with this little heart. It has a mixed media vibe to it, and I like that. Oh yeah, that's perfect. All right, let's put some bling on here, and then we are gonna be all set. I'm gonna go ahead and put one right there. And I'm gonna put one up here. And I think we're gonna put one right there. All right, so we've got our 3 cards. We've got this Just Because. And on this one, we put the little teal heart. We've got Thinking of You, Sweet Friend. And on this one, we put a really cute little flower. And then we've got our little hello card and our little black heart, black and white heart. How cute are those? So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me for a little while. I hope that this did everything it was supposed to do in all the places, but if not, I will make sure that this comes back in some shape, form, or another. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and watching today. Make sure you comment hashtag Friendship Friday below, and you will be in our drawing next week for one of these cards to be sent to you. So happy Friday, everybody. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys all soon. Bye.